It was an intensely collaborative group. This was an era before cubicles. There was an open door policy. Nobody was to be refused advice, no matter how well-known or famous you were. In the solid state group that began in 1945 and culminated with this invention of the transistor, Shockley, as a co-leader, sort of led the work. But yet when Bardeen and Brattain made advances that ultimately resulted in the point contact transistor, Shockley certainly became envious, jealous, and became himself fascinated by the idea of improving this idea, their work already. And pretty shortly thereafter, it resulted in something called the junction transistor. And Shockley, the rule at Bell Labs not only was open door, but that you were not to compete with the people you managed. A Nobel Prize winner, Phil Anderson, when I interviewed him for the book, he said, you know, this was the transgression Shockley made and could never be forgiven. And it set him on a path, I think, increasingly, well, in the weeks after that and the months after that, this transistor team that was intensely collaborative, very cohesive, broke apart. John Bardeen, pretty soon after, went to Illinois to become a professor. Brattain left working with Shockley completely just to pursue his own projects. Eventually, Shockley was stuck in a kind of middle management position at Bell Labs. I mean, as brilliant as Shockley was, it was very clear to the management, to Mervyn Kelly, who I just mentioned, that Shockley was never going to succeed at managing people. And it was a matter of using Shockley's great abilities and phenomenal intellect the best they could. He became increasingly frustrated with this, and by 1955, he decided to leave and come out here and start Shockley Semiconductor. And as probably everybody in this room knows, he hired some pretty good people.